All right, everyone, continuing to document the series, the litany of successes of the very, very early Trump administration, because he's only been in office for less than 2 weeks now. The end of the pronouners has come, at least at the government level. Yes, pronouns are now no longer allowed in government emails. They have to take them out. This is making me gleeful. This is a huge win. A 10 out of 10 sort of strike on the woke. Wokeness needs to die. We've already talked a number of times on this channel about wokeness and what it really means. It's not about equity bringing people up. It's about equity squishing people down who have succeeded. Critical race theory is racism. There's no other way to put it. It's just basically linguistic warfare at this point. And pronouns are not really necessary. You are either Mr. or Miss or Mrs. It's funny how it changes for men. It doesn't change for men, whether they're married or not, but with women, it does change. So it would be Miss when they're young and unmarried. Then later on, it's Mrs. And with men, it's just always Mr. I do find that a little bit funny. Shouldn't there be like a pronoun for misters who are specifically married? I guess lad would be the closest equivalent. So yeah, you're a lad until you get married. Yeah. Kid, hey kid, and then later on you mature. Some of us do anyway. But the end of the pronoun tribe has come. This is another blow to wokeness, and an important one, I believe. It's the government recognizing effectively there are two genders. There are very, very, very rare instances where somebody has some sort of genetic disorder or something like that. But the fact that they have some mental issue, they have dysphoria or something, doesn't mean that they've magically transferred genders. And the government is now recognizing this. And I think I know why. This is basically a prelude to military overhaul. We've seen in the military, and Trump is obsessed with this topic, we've seen in the military encroaching wokeness for some time now. Pronouns and dilation and all of these other things. I think that this is effectively a shot across the bow before he really goes in for the jugular. And that's military related. And that's important to do as well. We have low recruitment, we have low troop readiness, we have all sorts of problems in the U.S. military. We count upon them to be the front line of defense against foreign adversaries. Like if the Chinese decided to invade tomorrow, the U.S. military would be battering the shit out of them, and they would be doing that first. Now, U.S. citizens, I believe, should be well armed and well equipped to stave off any attack. I believe in a militia structure, and I would unimpede it. If I was in office, I'd say, let people own whatever fucking guns they want. I'm going to trust them more with the machine guns than I am the Chi-Com, so, let them have whatever the fuck they want to have. And, get rid of these housing authority bans on front yard gardening too, because they're completely unhelpful. Get rid of your lawns. Plant more crops. That's what I would do. But the front line of defense would still be the U.S. military. And, you send the Marines over and probably the adversary doesn't last too long anyway, so. The American citizens can sleep well tonight, knowing that that one A-10 over there just killed 1,000 people. That's basically the way that it would work. I'm not gung-ho for the red, white, and blue sort of bullshit, but I do have respect for the U.S. military, except that it's fallen on hard times, because it didn't have a commander-in-chief who was actually in command. It had a commander-in-chief who could not even decide which color of socks that he was going to wear. And so it fell into communistic wokeness and bullshittery. And thankfully now the actual adults are in charge. Not the slow adults, but the real ones. And that's important for the U.S. military to properly function. Think about it this way. What is a military actually for? It's for killing people. That's the only purpose that it serves. We're training people to kill. You can't have people who in the middle of battle say, well, sorry matey. I gotta get back into the foxhole for a few minutes because, if I don't dilate, then my neo-vagina is going to close up. It's just not workable. It makes absolutely no sense. I don't know of any other military force in the world, by the way, which operates with that kind of operational incapacity. I do not have a problem with people who are trans serving in the military. This is one thing I will disagree with the Trump administration on. But asking for special privileges and timeouts and stuff like that to, again, dilate your neo-vagina, whatever the hell you have to do, shave your penis, that's just, it's not sensible. It's not rational in any way. Your goal is to kill. That's the only purpose of the U.S. military. Your goal is the Navy. Hold the shipping lanes open. If you have to, that means battle. It means you kill. Coast Guard. Find the fucking narcos and steal their drugs mainly and give them to the CIA. If you are opposed in doing so, kill. U.S. Army. We have sent you to some desert or godforsaken jungle. You're shooting at people. What's your goal when you're doing that? To kill. I'm pretty sure that's the goal. Air Force. You're flying over the target. What's your goal? Other than logistics and shipping supplies and stuff like that, generally it's to kill. U.S. Marines, okay, your only goal is to kill. That's the only thing you've been trained for. Everything else is secondary. Crayon eaters, jarheads they call them. Dad was in the Marine Corps, actually. Was a sergeant. But your goal is to kill. That's why we have soldiers. It's like when you look at an ant colony. I don't mean to compare people to ants. The soldier ants have one purpose. They're not gathering goods. They're killing. They go out and they destroy things. If it offends the colony in any way within its territory, they go and they chop its head off and shit like that. They'll pile onto things that are 1,000 times larger than them, and they will simply rip it to pieces. That's the goal of the U.S. military. This is, I believe, the prelude to Donald Trump restoring the military to proper function. I think that the getting rid of pronouns is largely symbolic, and the fact that it's at the federal level does affect, by the way, military brass. I'll put two and two together. It's an obvious shot across the bow, and I happen to support it completely. That's about all. Peace out.